everyone. Welcome to the Digital Underground podcast, where we shine a light on innovators, trends, and hidden figures shaping Brunei's digital future. So, I'm your host, Pats, here to take you behind the scenes and into the minds of the people building our digital landscape. This episode was only made possible with the support of Brunei Innovation Lab, helping to power conversations that drives Brunei's digital future. So whether you're a curious listener, future founder, or digital enthusiast, welcome to the underground. So let's dive in. So joining me today is a powerhouse tech community scene. So Izyan Anver. So she's a developer, mentor, and community builder, whilst also currently serving as Deputy President of the Brunei Youth Council, Women Techmakers Brunei Ambassador, Google Developer Group's Brunei Organizer, and so much more. Okay, Izyan, that was a lot. So before we get into the heart of what you actually do, let's loosen up a little with a little bit of ice breaking. I'll give you a quick fire Q&A. Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right. So one word to describe your leadership style.
Random.
Oh, okay. So with a lot of work, you need caffeine. Which one is your go-to? Coffee or matcha or tea?
Matcha.
Oh, which one? What's your favorite flavor?
I like just the plain matcha latte, but at the same time, I am more towards the raspberry matcha.
Oh, is there a raspberry matcha selling here?
Raspberry or blueberry?
I think blueberry. I haven't heard of raspberry matcha here.
Might be soon.
Maybe I'll make it first at home. Okay, so if your journey was a movie, what would it be called?
Interesting. I think I would love to reuse the name of the movie. I think, was it Back to the Future?
Oh, yeah.
I would
Back to
love
the
to
Future?
use. I would love to use that type of name of the movie.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, next one. Community work in 3 emojis.
The what?
Community work in 3 emojis.
Emojis. I'm guessing the girl in front of the laptop emoji, the zombie emoji, and also the Dracula emoji.
Dracula? Why Dracula? So you
'Cause-
don't sleep.
I guess at times I am a night owl. So I
you
get,
just answered my question already. Early bird or night owl? I guess night owl.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So next one. What's the number one skill a youth leader should have?
empathy.
I see. Okay. What's your hobby? Passion doesn't count.
I guess exploring. I mean, traveling is one of part of my hobby if I have a lot of money.
Other than
But
that-
exploring cafes for good food is, well, I'm a foodie as well, so technically
Okay.
my hobby is like,
exploring.
exploring
The
cafes for
food,
food.
yeah.
and, like,
I mean, there's a lot of cafes opening up too, so
Yeah,
there's more for you to
exactly.
explore. Okay, so as a leader, are you a list and label woman or organized chaos?
organized chaos.
I see. With your leadership being random, makes sense. One thing people are always surprised to learn about you.
Ah, Well, this is difficult because knowing that I'm a very random and spontaneous person, I
There's a lot
guess
of things to be surprised about you.
yes, very, because most of my friends, my colleagues, they don't really see me doing a lot of creativity stuff, like especially doing journaling and whatnot.
Oh,
So when my friend organized a mental health journaling event, so that is where I showcase surprisingly my creativity side. So my friend was like, "Bila Izyan ni macam, knows how to like be creative." I was like, I'm full of surprises.
so wait, did you join the junk journaling, Joa? Because I sometimes see that happening, like the event.
I think it depends on the day and time, because sometimes like when there's an event relating to journaling or like relating to let's say painting for your mental health, it's always clash with different events that I have.
So you have to choose lah.
Yeah. So I'm like, it's okay, next time.
The struggle.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you had one day off with no emails, what would you do?
Oh, I think I'm just gonna watch Netflix the whole day.
I see.
Yeah.
How did your journey into tech and digital advocacy begin?
I always believe that my passion towards technology was when I was a contract staff in Standard Chartered Bank. I was working as customer service, and everything that I did there, I think, does revolve technology in terms of the system and everything. But when it comes to getting feedbacks from customers, it's still manual. So knowing that my habit is finding ways shortcut to really get all this feedbacks instead of calling, because I am actually an introvert and also a shy person, and people always surprised because I'm talkative. But it's that type of introvert where you are comfortable with the certain environment,
Yeah.
where you feel like sharing, so you yap a lot. So I guess I developed that type of personality when I talk to customers almost every day. So it kind of built that skills. So during that time, I feel like continuing something that sparks something and like want to change something. And then suddenly realizing that, oh, maybe computing is what I wanted to try. I took a scholarship for HND, computing and system development. And then afterwards, I pursue degree in computer science.
All this in Brunei.
Yeah. So at that moment, I truly found something that my field of work relating to technology. So even though I'm not really a pro in programming and cloud networking, but I am very well diverse in IT project management. So it is one of those things where you can identify what are the needs of certain agencies when you try to develop something for them. So it depends on whether it involves an app, a website, or anything relating to technology.
So, what is that moment or spark that you mentioned that made you change or shift from just doing tech and into leading in tech spaces, you know?
So when I was working in the bank, one thing that sparks my interest is actually how Microsoft Excel works. So it kind of makes me think, oh, what if from Microsoft Excel changes to another set of technology that helps people do work more efficiently? Yeah. So from there, I feel like, oh, why not? Why not involve in all these programs relating to tech? And for me to be involved in this community was when I found an event that really caught my interest,
Which is?
which is one is basically empowering women in technology. That was one of the first event that I actually attended by Women Techmakers Brunei back in 2020. Was it 2019? Yeah, 2019. Yeah. So at that moment, I feel like, okay, maybe I should be more involved in this space, because you don't get to learn this in school. Sebenarnya.
Yeah, that is true.
And most of what you learn are theory based, and during that event you be able to do things hands on, learning new programming languages, learning new technologies, and it's one of those exposures that really push me through in that scene.
Yeah, I think it's really important that if you want to level up your skills, you should actually push yourself out there to apply the theory that you learn hands on into in real life. Because if you're just gonna know the theory, then macam sa pabila nataw siya na can actually do it, you
Yeah,
know? So it's
exactly.
about pushing yourself out there to attend all these workshops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one more thing is, I noticed that back in school, I know that I'm not really good at memorizing.
Oh.
When it comes to reading books, there are level of difficulties in terms of getting the information into my head. But when I do things practical, I get to understand it more, well, much better lah. And dari sana I can apply it back. So
Oh.
I think that type of education is better for me daripada in theory based.
Yeah, it's good that you know like what is your preferred educational style, which everyone should find themselves lah. Personally, I think for me, just reading won't help me memorize, but writing it down. Sama itu macam using my hands.
I mean, yeah, it makes sense. And for me, if something that I don't understand by reading, I keep on asking questions. Sampai ku paham baru tak, I stop.
Wow.
And I think that's why like the curiosity kind of makes me where I am today at the same time, because you are really hungry in getting
For
a lot of information
or knowledge. Yeah, I think that's one thing that someone who wants to strive for like a better future or macam stronger future ka, like to be curious about everything. There's nothing wrong with asking question, right? With all these roles that you have, kan, how do you manage all your roles? Macam, where's the work-life balance? How do you cope with burnt out, stress, imposter syndrome?
Okay, to answer that question, I guess most of the roles that I'm in, the kind of work that I do is actually interconnected.
Okay.
So if you imagine that I, as the Deputy President for Brunei Youth Council.
Yes,
so,
let me scroll your roles. Yes, it's there.
Yeah, so as Deputy President, I actually coordinate all these affiliate bodies under Brunei Youth Council to make a project that gives impact to Dasar Belia Negara dan Strategi, and then also to Wawasan 2035, and also to all those master plans in Brunei lah. So me as the ambassador, me as the organizer for Women Techmakers and Google Developer Group, you basically killing two birds with one stone. And then for ASEAN Chief Information Officer Association Brunei Youth Chapter.
Yes. As the country managing director.
Yeah, so that is a new organization that I got into. So basically that role is much more up like for me because it's at an ASEAN level. And handling the Brunei Youth Chapter, I will manage it slowly because it relating to digital innovation entrepreneurship juga for Brunei Youth Chapter. But at the same time, we have few chapters that I can collaborate with because for ACIOA.
Okay,
yes.
ASEAN Chief Information Officer Association.
Yeah. So we have a lot of chapters relating to AI, cybersecurity and governance, and relating to green tech. So it's not yet in Brunei, but baru dengan digital innovation and entrepreneurship. So basically that role, I'll try to implement it slowly and collab with different agencies first to see how I can relate it to another role where I am in position with. So for me, I take it as one goal sebenarnya. Like maybe yes, I wear multiple hats, but sometimes in one event I play two hats at the same time.
Oh my god.
Yeah, macam okay. For me, Women Techmakers doing an event and supported by Brunei Youth Council. I am there as Brunei Youth Council.
I'm
So
supporting
basically,
myself.
yes. So basically, I am multitasking at the same time. And
taking advantage of all the roles that you have.
Yeah. So for me, Women Techmakers, Google Developer Group, and ACIOA does not really take a lot of my time.
And it doesn't clash.
Yeah, it doesn't clash. But for Brunei Youth Council, it plays a much bigger role in Brunei as the National Youth Council. So it varies from technology punya event to person with different abilities to women empowerment and everything relating to what we are stand for in relation to SDGs, Wawasan, and also Maqasid Syariah, etc. So that is the only role that actually gives me a lot of burnout, I guess, because one, aside from doing work for ASEAN level, you really need to prioritize national level. So national level is much heavier. So everything that I want to do still pending, but I concentrate on technology saja dulu. Yeah. Relating to youth.
I see. Tapi macam, yeah, how do you cope with, with the burnout ito?
Okay, since I work remotely at home, I multitask at the same time. But because I am at home, no one sees me cry.
Oh, no.
Pasal Netflix macam, tenangkan jiwa. Then,
Matcha, raspberry.
mental
Very
state.
matcha.
Yeah, but I think having friends in the same community space does help because they actually
Understand,
are your parts of your bones.
Whoa.
Okay, so metaphor. Yeah, but parts of your bones because they support you, helping you, just like my friend Zara just now.
Yeah.
So she recently involved in the community space ever since she took a career break for her PhD. So I said, Zara, can you help me with this? And I'm stuck. So she gives advice, she helps me coordinate. And then I have another friend in Green, basically in Green Brunei. She's more of an environment advocate. So when it comes to like policies, anything relating to tech that involves environment, she is the one who will, give me this type of information. I have few friends in different sectors, like different fields of their own initiatives and advocacies. So it helps in my work in the community as well.
Tapi you mentioned that you're working remote kan?
Yeah.
What is do you have other job other than all these roles that you're holding?
Okay, so I work as a configurations engineer and consultant for an Australian-based company called Envision Marketing Services, which is a software development company. Yeah, so I work remotely at home for 8 hours, normal working hours.
Oh, wait, question. Because it's Australian-based company, I don't know the working time difference. Is it like, upside down or something? What time is it in Australia now?
So it depends on the states. My company is based in Melbourne, so it's 2 hours ahead of Brunei.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Sydney is 5.
2 hours ahead. Does that mean you have to work earlier?
7:30. Macam government.
Same lah.
Same lah. Yeah.
So the working hour for Australia is 9:30. 9?
I mean, technically there is 9:30. So
9:30 to what time? I can't count, guys.
So technically in Brunei, 7:30 to 3:30, including lunch. Yeah.
Oh, so 9:30 to 5:30 there then.
Yeah.
Oh, not bad then. I don't know because I've never been to Australia, so I'm not sure what is the time there. But how did you get that role?
Okay, so surprisingly, I was recommended from a friend. Her name is Angie. And her friend actually recommended to find at least one Bruneian. So he is an agent in Singapore. So he has a company called Skillio.
Skillio.
Yeah, so Skillio, dorang punya job, basically like company objectives is providing remote workers all around ASEAN.
Must be nice.
Apparently, I'm the only Bruneian. The rest are a lot of other ASEAN countries. So I would love to see more Bruneian to be to
adapt to remote working.
Yeah. I mean, we do have few that I know who has remote working jobs, but different companies lah. Ada yang working for the EU, ada yang working with UNDP, which is, I have a lot of friends that are really amazing. I mean, I am amazing, but in my own field.
But so all this is only possible due to the networking that you have created over the years with your roles, Anila,
I think not just the roles that I'm in is based on the programs that You've joined. So I've known a lot of different peoples from youth programs, especially under YCLI, under what else?
You were YCLI AFP or PFP?
PFP.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm a spring cohort 2023.
Oh, not because I was also YCD AFP
I think
2024.
yours is up there.
Yeah, spring. But yeah, I think that's what's important, when you make friends, don't lose touch with them, guys. Like, make
Yes.
sure you stay in contact once in a while, especially international friends, because you never know where that can bring you.
Exactly.
So, after experiencing all those different youth programs, maybe in ASEAN or in other countries, what is the biggest gaps in tech, especially that you realize in Brunei's ecosystem lah?
Ooh,
Yes.
we have a very, very large gap
Ooh,
that is so difficult for us to really
close it.
not really close, but tampung the pole slowly. Because I've visited Beijing
Oh,
one time in 2023, and I was so
shock lah.
shocked,
I can only imagine.
starstruck, like the advancement in technology, self-driving cars. I was so shocked. I was like, who is driving? Oh,
I've only seen that
self-driving.
on social media.
Uh,
My God.
yeah. Itu baru China. For Russia, I went there last year. Oh my God. I guess in terms of drone punya technology itu, they really implemented to every sectors, especially in engineering. And I could not really explain how, but when I was visiting at this one particular place, I think they did something for drone punya aviation lah. So it was in Russian language, so I have no clue what they said. But seeing the technological advancement, I was like, wow.
So, Gan, with all this, what challenges do you keep on facing? Maybe same type of issue ka, especially when you want to advocate for something, inclusion, literacy, or even tech itself.
I think for Brunei, whenever I wanted to find speakers, we don't really have a lot of experts. So for blockchain, I do have someone as a blockchain consultant. But for AI, everyone is self-learn mostly. Yeah. And they only know generative AI, but not the other types of AI. And kalau relating to AI in cybersecurity, we only have a few in cybersecurity Brunei. But to invite them as a speaker is difficult as well because they have their main priorities of like concentrating on projects. So becoming a speaker sometimes taking their concentration on preparing slides and then coming for dry run, and then at the same time they have their own personal commitments. So for me, to invite local speakers always basically the struggles. And most of our events ani pun including international speakers, so having them around, basically you can learn from each other, and basically I'll be the bridge for your networking opportunities too at the same time bah. But if there's so limited local speakers who are from non to experts available to be part of our community program, then we don't really have a lot of opportunities given to not just our participants, but creating that impact as well. So sometimes, like when curating an event, you have that feeling, oh, is this creating an impact? Like, do our participants learn a lot? Because if you invite more international speakers, they're not really relatable to our local context.
Faham.
Yeah, so having local speakers are important because they understand what Brunei, basically how Brunei works.
Yeah, that is true.
So yeah.
But I think sometimes kan, if I was invited as a speaker, then I would be like, my thoughts would be macam ada imposter syndrome, Am I qualified enough to be able to spread this information that I know that could probably macam something that I learned myself? Is it valid or qualified to be able to be shared around lah? Macam tu kan? Macam sometimes it is scary as a local speaker if you are macam like you mentioned self learning so much. I would love to share what I know, but for a big crowd, is what I'm learning correct, Chatua? It's what I learned myself. But would that go through you? So it's very hard lah, understandable. So macam, what is something that you've learned about leadership through your work and your with youth and volunteers?
For the past few years during my volunteering days, I think I realized that I can lead a an organization. I mean, I always have this feeling where I don't feel confident about myself because I don't really have the skill set. And back in high school, I was not given the opportunity to lead because you know how back in schools where people choose you as PRS and then prefect.
Yeah,
And I was like, why not me? And then ketua darjah, am I not good enough? Basically, these questions basically create that a sense where you're not eligible. What is that not eligible? We're not qualified to be a leader. But ever since I go for volunteering work, I noticed that if you know something and confident about your line of work, you can actually lead something and bring more people to lead it together. So I guess when I was in student council, even though I was the Secretary General, I understand that my role is more towards the administration and operational. But when you organize an event, you have to play a different role. Don't put that mindset. Oh, I'm just a secretary. Like it's not my responsibility. But every event is your responsibility. So you need to work together to make sure that the event is successful. Walaupun ia indah seberapa, you need to push it through to the end. So when years gone by, I guess I can say I've become more confident in my line of work. So during 2018, where I joined a youth program under Jabatan Belia dan Sukan, under Kementerian Kebudayaan Belia dan Sukan. So I've learned more about leadership in community and basically learn more about Brunei in another settings. So from there, I started more volunteering in community space. And then at first for Brunei Youth Council, it was a trial point where I wanted to, experiment to be part of an organization. Because technically, Brunei Youth Council is my first organization in the community space. I applied as a normal, let's say ahli biasa, as a committee member for media department. But along the way, I was elected as a secretary general. So that is another, where when you do something good in the community, people see your work is actually good, and they trusted you to hold this type of position. So when I was the Secretary General, I think I did not do a lot because at that time was COVID.
Oh.
So there wasn't a lot of projects sebenarnya. But when Sukarno the COVID-19 task force was formed, I played a bigger role where it involves technology. So I co-developed and designed the operational management system for volunteering under Sukarno COVID-19. And that was considered my biggest project because I handle all the data for volunteers who had their deployments in different locations in Brunei during COVID. Yeah. And that was, I think, the biggest role for me because I deal with multiple agencies that involves in the COVID-19 task force, including Ministry of Health, including Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Home Affairs, mostly on National Disaster Management Center, and also Ministry of Religious Affairs. So all these deployments, locations apa very heavy lah because satu at that time we were volunteering with a niat ikhlas wanted to help the country because it's COVID. But as soon as there's an announcement from Kabah Duli relating to receiving allowance for frontliners, including volunteers, that is where everything went 360. Because from a manual taking volunteers to a very digital and consider advanced for volunteering body.
Oh.
Yeah. So on the back end, I handle mostly on, basically I am admin lah. So other users handle for hotel deployment. Other users handle for mosque deployment. And then quarantine center, blah, blah, blah. And then I need to make sure all the data are accurate because you need to have an accurate name, IC number, because for security reasons, for volunteers yang adalah kira menjaga yang kena deploy ni lah. Because towards the end, if anything happen, kami yang kena cari. And it's not the venue with the staff in there yang kena cari. Because volunteers from Sukaramdia, kenapa ni ya? Macam kenapa ibu lah? Blah, blah, blah. It's not just the IT side, but actually the operational management side for me.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
So, macam with a lot to do, especially in COVID, something that you've never run through before, how did you manage to, uphold it without the existing structures?
I applied it as if I am working at the bank. Because
interesting.
So, when I was at the bank, I had a well-structured system, and also in terms of process flow, who you need to refer to, etc., etc. Even though I am under customer service and re-engineering, I also need to understand the processes in order to understand why is this customer complaining about the bank, like about their services. So I learned all these things just to know that whether durang punya feedback are valid or not. So I applied that during COVID-19 punya task force. So having friends to volunteer helps as well, because you can actually trust them to do this sort of task, because most of the friends that I have in the COVID-19 task force, they have experience in volunteering as well. So from a normal volunteer on the ground to an operational management level of volunteering. Wow. So from March 2020 to November 2023, baru tah kami atulah macam dapat settle and how do you say, be able to see the impact that Sukarandia has done towards, Brunei, especially in the volunteering part. So for me, managing the system side and also volunteering, it's quite heavy, but I like it. And from there, I get to learn more on how a system is built, and also how this type of operational management system actually helps to run an organization and be able to get a more constructive and also basically organized structure for atulah macam making reports, deployment apa. So I'm really proud of handling that, even though I'm not the one who actually program it, but I help with the code development and also design it. So I am very proud of myself.
Yeah, that actually sounds amazing, and that actually sounds like a lot of things to macam handle, and it just goes to show, you mentioned that you're an introvert kan. So you leading all this, helping the volunteers and operational managing just goes to show that not only extroverts can become leader, even introverts themselves, whatever that you are apa ni, skilled at, you can apply it. You can become a leader by showing through your actions, not just your voice, So what's your personal vision for Brunei's digital future?
Well, it's not flying cars, but I think when people are starting to use more technology than paper is good for me already, because what I've seen right now, it's still relying on papers. I mean, it's like a debate where you want to save the environment, but it's still there. But then using technology also does not save the environment. It's like conflicting. So,
Then
so I feel like, at least something that Brunei can actually utilize fully through digital is good enough for me. I mean, yes, we are slow, but I would want to see more advancement like that, and getting people to fully utilize new technologies, even though it's just an app. But if something helps with your work, then I'm good.
yeah. So, okay, do you have any final words of encouragement to the aspiring change makers or tech advocates, or even those who wants to make big change but think they're too small to matter?
For me, I'm not really Chana.
Chana.
Chana. Okay, so my word of advice is, if you believe that your career path is always towards STEM or STEAM, just go ahead with it. I know that sometimes your parents can nag at you on your potential career path, but it won't you won't advance if it's not your passion. You need to explore yourself, you need to understand yourself. And if you ever doubt yourself, always reflect on your previous work to see what kind of impact that have you done, even though it's just small or big. And if you feel good about yourself, meaning that you actually create a small change at least. Because I always believe that I am a change maker, not to the level of Superman or Batman, but I believe that I am that level. I guess small impacts can make a change. Yeah.
All right, Izyan, thank you so much for sharing your story and giving us a glimpse into your world and the incredible work that you do. And to our listeners, if you're feeling inspired or you want to get involved, you can get in contact with Izyan through...
I am sort of active in LinkedIn. You can just Google me, Izyan Anver. I may not post a lot on LinkedIn, but I reply a lot.
All right. Thank you so much once again to Brunei Innovation Lab for providing us this space to have this conversation. Until next time, this is Bats from Digital Underground Podcast. Stay connected, stay curious, and keep building. Bye.